What's up, guys? It's Grace, and I am back in my studio. I had an incredibly busy summer over at Area 15 here in Las Vegas. We had a pop-up shop over there, and it was amazing. But now that the season is over, I have time to be back in my studio to share some updates about what we're going to be doing on this channel, Airbrush with Grace, going forward. But first, I want to share some of the amazing airbrush hauls that I picked up over the summer and had no time to open the boxes. This last one was from Gaahleri Airbrush. Recently, they had a full relaunch on their website, and they had a huge sale that went along with that relaunch, a celebration so that people could go back to the website and check out their new products. So I did that, and I got a huge box of stuff from Gaahleri, and I had no time to open it last week. So this week, I'm really excited to be able to get in this box and check out some of these new products that I got. So I'm going to go ahead and have an unboxing with you, and then after that, I'll share with you those updates about this channel and what we're going to be doing going forward. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey, if you're just finding this channel, I'm Grace. I've been airbrushing for over 44 years. I started when I was 8 years old, and let me tell you, I never stopped airbrushing. As a matter of fact, I managed to be able to make airbrushing my living, and now I'm taking airbrushing to the next level. I'm inviting you all into my studio where you can see how I airbrush, how I bring the Zen technique to airbrushing so that it's not stressful, it's actually fun, it's easy, and I'm going to be sharing those techniques with you here on the channel. But first, like I said, let's go ahead and get into this unboxing from Gaahleri Airbrush. So let's go over all the stuff that I got here. So I did get two GHAC 98D airbrushes, and these airbrushes are going to be for our Area 15 pop-up. It's still over there. It's not as busy as it was, but I airbrushed so much this last summer that I developed a callus on my trigger finger. So I got the GHAC 98D airbrushes, and I also got the lever upgrade, and it also had the nozzle and needle set upgrade. So this is actually going to be great for us over there because the ink that I use is quite thick. We need these for our black ink, and I'm going to go ahead and set that aside, and we'll open up this one. So when I got these airbrushes, I was really excited to be able to add to my collection. I've already got, I'd have to count them. I'm not exactly sure. I have probably 10 or 15 Gaahleri airbrushes now. I've used to use Paasche or Paasche. We call them Paasche, like Target. That's a little inside joke for us here. But I had lots of Paasches or Paasche airbrushes, and those were just getting more and more expensive, and the quality was going down, in my opinion. So we switched over to Gaahleri last summer, and I'm never going back. I'm so happy with Gaahleri airbrushes, and I can't tell you how these have upgraded everything that we're doing in my airbrush business. So this is the GHAC 98D. Still has a seal and everything. Gotta love that about Gaahleri. But I really want to check this out. So this is the new compressor that I got. So this is the Ambition series compressor kit, and this compressor is really intriguing for me because it's really small. It's very intriguing for me. So the Serenair mini compressor, that could be really ideal for makeup artists, and really excited to give this a try. But the funny thing is that when I ordered this, I didn't know that it comes with an airbrush as well. That is an amazing thing because you can just go ahead and just get started with this. So this is the type of trigger that I actually used so much on my other airbrushes that I got the blister on my finger. So I'm going to be upgrading this with as many airbrushes that I can get to this trigger, which is much better for me personally. So this came with an airbrush, so bonus. Also, it comes with the type of airbrush that I really like from Gaahleri, which is the type of airbrush that has the removable bowl. That is just such a huge thing for me. I can't tell you. It's okay if it does have an attached bowl, but I really do like a nice detachable bowl. It helps to clean better and everything. So now I'm going to go ahead and take the compressor out. And so these, I'm assuming these are where you put your airbrush, obviously. So you can hold your airbrush on the compressor while you're using it. That's something. So I go ahead and take those out. The booklet. First, I had the chance to go through the booklet. It's always a good idea. I go through cleaning this airbrush and using this compressor in my next video, but I really just want to get this open and see what it sounds like, how loud it actually is. Because on the Fox, it says it's pretty quiet. And the hose is hiding there. Out comes the hose. I did get a extra quick disconnect. Already got one from Gaahleri, and I use one for this. All right, so let's see here. So it actually has 2 hose connectors, and that tells me that you can have 2 hoses going at the same time. For me personally, I prefer to have a quick disconnect so that I can go with 1 hose, but that's to each their own. So this is where the airbrushes go. Let's get a little closer. All right, let's just see how loud this is, and then we will do a full demo with this in my next video. Let's just get this connected. So it looks to me like you can put that in there with or without the cap on. I typically roll without the cap, but it's good to know that's where that goes. So I'm going to put the quick disconnect on here, and then I'll grab one of my airbrushes that have a quick disconnect. Now, here is the Swallowtail Barbados Rex, and that one's a little bit big for this, so that doesn't fit, but that's okay. And then this is the CS36, and that fits. Alright, so let's plug this in. I'm going to put this over here for now. I'll use a primary airbrush like that. And I'm going to plug this baby in. Okay. Interesting. Oh wow. So that's cool. So you can make it go to maximum pressure with one touch of the button, or minimum pressure. That's maximum pressure. Minimum pressure, one touch of the button. That's really cool. And then you can increase in little increments. All right, that is cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go and get some fluid to put through here. Love that. Wow, this is very cool. So if you wanted to start airbrushing, you could literally just buy this set and buy one more airbrush and you could be good to go. I'm really impressed, guys. It's the quietest compressor I've ever used, I'm not gonna lie. Now, I've actually had makeup artist style compressors from Iwata, and it was less powerful than this. I gave it away in a job in Miami. I didn't want to take it on a plane back home. It was just that bad. But this is very impressive, guys. Like that little compressor. How does it? Oh, it's got little suction cups down here too. So if you have a table, you want to keep it from moving. That's nice. Oh, it's just so simple and compact. The GTS 06, guys. Like, wow. Okay. I would use this for my in-studio painting, for sure. Yeah, super impressive. And so again, this is the airbrush that it comes with. If you do want to get started with this particular kit, you're going to want to buy a quick disconnect adapter for your airbrush, and that goes right here. And then you want to also buy the quick disconnect itself, and that looks like this part right here. When you buy this part, you put it on your airbrush like this, and it helps you to skip having to have two hoses, because you can just quickly disconnect your airbrush from here and you can run two airbrushes at the same time without having to have two hoses. This, for us and our business, is a lifesaver. There's no way that I would be running around with 9 hoses because we're running 9 airbrushes at the same time. So this is a real game changer for us. So this is the airbrush that it comes with. It's a 38mm tip, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. I'm just running some water through it. And then I'm gonna use my quick disconnect. Quick connect in this case. And here we go. Right out of the box. Nice. That's just really happy airbrushing, guys. For me, I'm gonna be really happy to use this for my airbrushing, my fine art airbrushing. This is gonna be awesome. Alright, so then we decouple the quick disconnect. And then I just go ahead and put it back into it. Perfect. Alright, I have to say that I am super impressed with this little tiny compressor. I cannot wait to show my partner. He's going to freak out. If we can use something like this for our events, now I've never tried to use a compressor like this in an event, and it might, you know, it would be a good thing to find out, because when we travel and we have larger compressors, sometimes it's that extra 5 pounds that can be overweight, and that will cost us money. So if we could experiment and use this at our pop-up or at an event, see how it works for us, we might actually upgrade all of our compressors to this miniature one. I'll let you guys know how that goes. Until then, let's go ahead and finish up this video, and I will use this in my next video on one of my projects. So yeah, 2 thumbs up so far for the Serenair mini compressor from Gaahleri. Guys, you really outdid yourself this time. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about what's going to happen with Airbrush with Grace going forward into the future. So I must say that I am really impressed with that compressor. I was not expecting it to be as good as that, and usually with those little small box compressors, especially random ones off of Amazon, and trust me, I have bought plenty of them just trying things out, I've stopped doing that because I got tired of wasting my money. But I actually trust Gaahleri because their airbrush equipment is economical, but the quality is also better than any airbrush that I've been able to afford previously. So I have to say I can fully recommend this little compressor if you are just getting started. You don't want to put too much expense, too much confusion into a whole bunch of airbrush equipment. I tell you what, I think that this might be a really good move for you. I'll go ahead and do another video going forward of all the things that I would get if I was going to be getting started with this particular airbrush and this particular compressor kit. Until then, I can tell you that I'm going to enjoy using this little compressor for my fine art and craft airbrushing here in the studio, and then later on I'll give it a try and see if it's something that I can use at my events and also at my Area 15 pop-up. So going forward with the Airbrush with Grace channel, I wanted to announce some updates. I will be doing more videos going forward. We are setting aside time so that I'm able to get back into the studio more and airbrush with you, because I have dedicated myself to the Airbrush with Grace channel by writing a book. It's going to be coming out in December. It's called The Zen of Airbrushing, and it's a get started guide for airbrushing with a Zen approach. Even if you have lots of experience airbrushing, or if you've never airbrushed before, this is an approach that will help you become more mindful about your airbrush practice, you'll start to love cleaning your airbrushes and doing things like straining paint, because that's what I love to do, and I'm able to bring a mindful, peaceful approach to airbrushing that will open up new doors and new avenues of inspiration. I'm hoping to be able to have more and more people start airbrushing, because it's not just for Photoshop, and it's definitely better than just AI art. I actually have fun finding AI art as inspiration and then airbrushing my version of it and seeing if it's got anything better going for it than AI itself. So I'm gonna lean into it. I'm gonna have fun with AI. I'm not gonna be afraid of it. I'm just gonna do whatever I can to get people more interested in airbrushing, because baby, it's analog, and that's where I love my art practice to be. So if you'd like to join me in Airbrush with Grace, then subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I'll have new videos coming up twice weekly going forward when I launch my Airbrush with Grace membership website, as well as the book and the workbook that I'm coming up with. Then you'll be notified. So just go ahead and give us a subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Happy airbrushing!